Today on the workbench, we're painting the body for our drag car. So we have something fun on the workbench today. We have this amazing 1969 Nova body from Proline. I bought this body to fit on our drag car that we're building. If you're familiar with the channel, you know that I'm in the middle of building a custom no-prep drag car on the Slash platform. It's right here. So I've been building this guy. There's a bunch of videos. I could put a link to the playlist there so you can catch up. But in our last video, we put in the body mounts and we started, fitting and test fitting the body. So we cut it out, made sure it fit, and did all that stuff. And that's what we have here. We have this beautiful body by Proline that's all cut out and ready to be painted. And now it's time to paint it. So on this video, I really want to take you through what I do to paint a body. It may not be the exact right steps, but it's what works for me and it's what I've done. You may have, a different process, but I'm going to take you through my process and how I paint these bodies. I will let you know, I'm not an expert painter. I'm starting to learn how to do airbrushing. I'm not the best at it. I do, get pretty darn good results from these rattle cans, and that's what I'm going to be using to do this. And I just want to show you my process, and if it works for you, maybe it's something you want to try. I'd be happy to hear if other people do different things. Feel free to sound off in the comments below, but really going to take you through what I do to paint these bodies. And I do find that painting them and decorating them and designing them is some of the fun. I really like that almost as much as building and racing. So like I said, step one, I like to cut them out first, and that's what I've done here. After that, we need to wash the body. We need to thoroughly wash it with, I use liquid soap detergent, in the sink. I do it upstairs. And, then we want to mask out, the inside so we can start doing our design, and then we'll paint it, dark colors first, then light colors, then we'll sticker it, the whole thing, the whole setup. So the first step, like I said, cut out the body, we've done that. The next thing I like to do is I like to wash it. So let's take this body upstairs to the sink and let's wash him up, and then let's come back down and let's talk about how we mask out the inside of the body so we can start doing our design. All right, let's go wash it up. Okay, now that our body is thoroughly washed and dried, and I just let it air dry for a while, and then I use some paper towels to make sure it's dry. You can see that it's all nice and clean. A lot of times I will mask out the inside of the body with masking tape. I use like blue painter's tape, but for this video, I'm actually going to use this Biddy Design liquid mask. I've used this before to mixed results, not because of the liquid mask, but because of my lack of X-Acto knife skills. I was trying to make a flame paint job, and it just didn't come so great. Again, not because of the mask, because I couldn't cut straight. So I think we're going to do more of a straight line looking design for this car. So I feel that liquid mask would be the way to go, because it's going to be much easier for me to cut those lines as opposed to last time I was trying to do all these like swirls and shapes like that. So now that the body is all washed and dried, the first thing you want to do is you want to apply the window masks. Now, if your body and your kit didn't come with window masks, you may have to make these out of masking tape. Luckily, Proline supplied these amazing window masks that can go right on this car and put them right over our area. I don't know if you can see, I can hold these up. I don't know if it's showing through, but these are all pre-cut. They're laser cut, so they should fit absolutely perfectly. So I am pretty excited to peel these guys off and start putting them on the car. So let's do that now. Okay, now that we have this all done, I am going to put a new X-Acto blade in, and I am going to trim out a bit of the windows in the back there. we've got our window masks pretty good. So now it's a matter of taking this guy and painting a couple layers on this body and letting it dry. So let's get to it. This is dry. Took 2 coats of the Biddy Designs liquid mask to cover it. I think I got everything pretty much covered. I mean, I've been looking at it and I'm trying to decide what the paint job should be. What I like to do, and I think what a lot of people do, is just kind of, you know, sketch it out on the outside on the protective film. That's just my process. You may have something else. Some people draw it first. I just like to look. I've got a lot of colors here. I'm sticking with like a blue and black and gray and silver theme. I don't know where stuff is gonna go yet. So really, I'm just gonna kind of look at it, play around, and just decide where I want to put stuff. I'm just not sure. I might do racing stripes. I'm not sure. So really, that's what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna experiment a little bit, maybe use some tape to mark stuff out before I draw anything, and then decide. Again, that's my process. You may want to do something different, but that's how I like to do it. So I'm gonna start playing around and see what happens. Okay, so I think I have what I want to do. Now I am going to try something interesting. I'm going to try and use this Lamé Flake that Tamiya makes. Sorry, it has been pointed out to me that it is not Tamiya, it is Tamiya. So this is Lamé Flake by Tamiya. So I want to try this. My understanding is that I lay a super light coat of this down everywhere that I want it to be metallic. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Everywhere you want it to be metallic. And then I undercoat that with something else. So what I'm going to do is have the hood just be plain black. But I think everywhere that's not the hood and the trunk, I'm going to have black with this. And then I'm going to make the hood just plain black and the trunk just plain black. I'm going to have 2 blue stripes here, 2 blue stripes here, and I'm going to make the wing blue. I'm not going to go crazy with the colors. I'm going to do silver, like chrome-esque around, you know, the windows and the bumpers and stuff like that, even though they get stickers. And I think I want to just do plain black, not metallic, for the little bit of ground effects that are here. But that's basically the paint job that I'm going to do. It is not going to be an overly complicated paint job. It's going to be pretty simple. So I think the next thing to do is actually just start cutting out the areas that need to get the very light coat of this Tamiya Lamé Flake paint. So I already have a brand new blade in my X-Acto from before, so that's still good. And I think it's time to start making some cuts. So let's do it. Okay, so I think those are all the areas that I want to have the metallic color pop out. The Tamiya Lamé Flake. So let's go outside and let's spray that and see how it turns out. So this is super cool. You're never gonna see it on camera, but there is a ton of metallic flake from that. It just looks amazing. So I'm gonna let that dry for like a minute or two, and then I am gonna toss another quick coat of it on there so it's super metallic-y, and then I'm gonna lay down the black. But I think this is gonna turn out fantastic. Okay, so now that we have our Lamé Flake laid down and dried, it's time to do the black areas that I just want to be gloss black without the metallic. So I'm going to cut those out now. Basically just these little areas around the edges and then the hood and the trunk. So we've gotten all the coats of Lamé Flake on there and the black. I don't know if you can see it. Once we peel it off, it'll probably be easier to see. I'm not sure if the metallic is showing up, but it is pretty amazing. And out in the sun, it's super bright. So we're gonna wind up with just a solid black hood, a solid black trunk, and then that. So what we're gonna do now is remove the blue ones. So we're gonna do blue next. So let's So I sprayed the blue stripes. I forgot to film it, sorry. You've seen me spray paint before. It's not a big deal. I have a whole montage of me spray painting in a Hornet body video. I'll put a link up there. But the blue is looking really good. I actually hit the hole underneath with the blue because it looked like there were some spots where the black wasn't fully on there. So I figured, I'll just spray it with blue and then I'll back it. Maybe like there'll be some spots that get some blue. Like, who knows? I just thought it was cool. And then I decided to do a fully blue rear wing, so I did that. But really, all in all, it's looking good. What I'm going to do now is I'll let this dry a little bit, peel off all the rest of the mask, and hit it with this silver, and that'll do all the chrome stuff, and then do the whole thing with some silver. I have another can of it in case I need it. And then I'll hit the whole thing with some white, and we'll be good to go. But I like to back all of my metallics with silver. I read somewhere one time that's the way to do it, and it really makes them pop. So I'm gonna continue to do that. So gonna let this dry for a little bit. Gonna peel off what's left of the liquid mask to reveal the parts that are supposed to be silvery chrome. Hit that with a coat of that, and then back it with white, and then we are done. So I'm gonna stop talking, and let's just cut to me doing that stuff once this is dry. So, backed it all with some silver, and then hit it up with some white. I got a little mistakes you can see. My lines aren't as sharp as I would like around the windows. I think from 3 feet away though, it's gonna look fine once I put stickers and stuff on it. All in all, not terrible. Not the best I've ever done, but not terrible. I'm not gonna peel it yet. I'm gonna wait for it to dry a little bit more. But basically what we're looking at is that's kind of a rough fit. Another tip that you could do is wear gloves. I didn't wear gloves, as you can see, and I got paint all over my hands. That's not that healthy. So, you know, what I was going for was just the regular black on the trunk and the hood, the flake over here on the rest of the body. I got a blue wing and I got a couple of blue stripes. This should, down here in the front, kind of the aerodynamics, I'm hoping they didn't get any of the Tamiya, see, Tamiya, not Tamiya, I'm learning. Lamé Flake on it. We'll see. So hopefully when I peel this off, that's just overspray. You know, you can't tell. So I'm gonna let this dry a little bit more. Let it sit here. Let it do its thing. Let it dry. Let it go. And then peel off the window masks in a little bit. And I'm gonna peel off the outside of the body, and we'll take a look and see what this paint job looks like. So why don't we take a break, and I'll be back in a little bit. For you, it'll be instant. For me, I'll be back in a few minutes to peel this off. Okay, so we've been drying for a while. We should be good to go. We are at the moment of truth. What is this going to look like? Did we do a decent job? It is dry to the touch. So the first thing we want to do is take the window masks off. So let's do that. Got a few little mistakes there. Looks like a little bit ran and stuff like that, but all in all, it's not terrible. It's not great, but I seem to have done okay. Now, the big thing everybody likes is the peel. I don't know if you could see the reflection of the metallic in it, but it looks really, really nice. It is super flaky. I love how the trunk and the hood are just solid black without any flake. I really could have done a much better job on the windows. I mean, what are you going to do? It's the best I could do. My knife skills are not the best. They're getting better every time, but they're definitely not the best. But all in all, I would say this car is going to look really, really cool. So I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. So take a look at that. So I guess the next thing to do is put some stickers on, attach the wing, and put it on the body and put it on the chassis and see what it looks like. So let's get to it. So Proline gives you these awesome stickers for the Nova body. I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea where most of them go. So this will be interesting. There probably was instructions. There was probably a layout. I should have saved it. I didn't, so I'm not sure where some of these go. It's obvious where some of them do, but others I'm just not sure. I mean, some of them are just like reflectors and stuff. I guess I'll Google and try and figure out where they all go, but I think I have a good idea. So again, I got my super sharp X-Acto, and I am just going to start cutting these guys out and putting them on our body now that we've peeled off the overspray film. So let's start stickering. Definitely not perfect. And I'm not sure if the keyhole goes in the door or below it, but I'm putting it in the door handle. I don't know where these badges go, so I need to look on the internet and see where the badges for a 69 Nova SS go. So I'm going to do that now. There we have it. The body is painted. I am going to wait to put all the sponsor stickers on and mount it, but you know, all in all, I thought that was a pretty good paint job. I got some mistakes, but you know, I definitely like how it's shaped up. I think it looks good. I had a vision, stuck to it, and there we go. So, as always, I hope you enjoy these videos. Thank you guys for watching. Please, if you like what I'm doing, subscribe. You know, we're going to finish this up in another video. We just got some electronics in for this car. So look for us to finish doing all the stickers, putting it on the chassis over there, setting up the motor. The next thing we're going to do, the next video for this car, we're going to get this car actually running. So stay tuned. Again, subscribe so you don't miss it, and thanks for watching.